Today, EV disruption in Japan, Rivian's latest sales snapshot, Toyota's CHR range preview, Volkswagen's retro ID, Polo detail, and the ongoing electric versus combustion debate. Welcome back to Autonews Daily. I'm Leah Morgan. Let's dive into today's headlines. First up, Rivian released its Q4 2025 sales data, and while the company didn't rewrite the rulebook, the numbers give us a useful snapshot of where a high-profile EV maker stands as the market matures. The report is less about a single quarter and more about trajectory, whether production and deliveries are keeping pace with the ambitious rollout plans that have defined the company's public story. Industry watchers are parsing the mix of retail versus fleet orders, how seasonality and incentives are shaping demand, and whether Rivian's move into broader distribution and service networks is starting to show returns. There's also the question of margin and unit economics underneath the top line. For an EV startup, sales numbers are meaningful only when combined with production stability, supply chain resilience, and careful cost control. Rivian's Q4 data will be read alongside its factory utilization, battery sourcing strategy, and pricing actions. Those operational levers determine how a promising sales quarter translates into sustainable profitability. Finally, the broader market context matters. Competition from legacy automakers and other EV specialists, as well as macro factors like interest rates and consumer sentiment, will influence whether Rivian can convert present interest into long-term market share. Moving on, Toyota has offered a preview of the CHR's range for an upcoming model, positioning the compact crossover amid fierce segment competition. The CHR nameplate has been a key part of Toyota's strategy in the small SUV space, and this preview signals Toyota's attention to both efficiency and design appeal as customer expectations shift. Whether the focus is on tighter electric range, improved hybrid efficiency, or a mix of powertrain options, Toyota's moves reflect a broader industry balancing act, retaining strengths in reliability and cost of ownership while adapting to electrified powertrains. This preview also hints at how mainstream brands plan product rollouts alongside evolving incentives and regulatory timelines. For a high-volume model like the CHR, small gains in range or efficiency can matter a great deal when applied across fleets. The way Toyota positions the CHR, in marketing, in pricing, and in dealer messaging, will be telling, because it will show how the company blends traditional strengths with the engineering and software upgrades buyers increasingly expect in new vehicles. Next, Volkswagen's ID. Polo has caught attention for a playful design choice, a tape deck motif integrated into a modern dash and user experience. It's an example of a mainstream automaker using nostalgia to stand out in an increasingly homogenized segment of small, urban-oriented EVs. That visual and tactile idea can help make a car feel familiar and human at a time when interiors are becoming dominated by screens and uniform layouts. But this is more than a stylistic quirk. Such design signals are part of brand positioning and customer connection. For younger buyers, a retro nod can be a way to express individuality. For older buyers, it can offer a comforting bridge between the analog past and the digital present. Volkswagen's approach shows how automakers experiment with small details to create emotional attachment while still delivering the connectivity and efficiency that modern customers demand. Shifting focus to a debate that never seems to go away: electric vehicles versus internal combustion engines. The conversation now spans technology, policy, culture, and life cycle analysis. Proponents of EVs emphasize lower tailpipe emissions, improving battery life cycle emissions, and the benefits of a simpler, more software-driven vehicle architecture. Supporters of combustion engines point to fueling convenience, existing energy infrastructure, and ongoing improvements in efficiency and hybridization that keep ICE vehicles competitive, especially in certain markets and vehicle classes. This debate is taking shape in real decisions: infrastructure investments, fleet electrification timetables, and regulatory gateways that push OEMs toward zero-emission options. It's also visible in consumer research and dealer strategies. Some buyers prioritize total cost of ownership and urban range, others prioritize towing, long-distance travel, or immediate purchase cost. Ultimately, the conversation is evolving beyond a binary choice. It's about where and how different powertrains make sense, how policy can smooth the transition, and how the industry can manage supply chains and recycling to minimize the environmental footprint of whatever technology is chosen. Before we cover the most read story of the day, one quick request. Please like and subscribe. It helps us keep bringing the news for you. Finally, the most talked about piece today examines how the global shift to electric vehicles is putting intense pressure on Japan's once dominant automakers. The core of the story is structural. Many of these manufacturers built decades of strength on engineering excellence, tight supplier networks, and mastery of cost-effective mass production for combustion engines and hybrids. The rapid pivot to battery electric vehicles requires different investments in batteries, in software, and in scale economics that are increasingly driven by large, ambitious players outside Japan. This is not a story of sudden failure, but of a hard strategic moment. Japanese automakers have deep competencies in quality control, powertrain efficiency, and global manufacturing, and they are adapting with hybrid and incremental electrification strategies. Yet the pace of change in consumer expectations, software-defined vehicle experiences, and the scale-heavy economics of battery sourcing have opened opportunities for competitors who moved faster in those specific areas. The pressures manifest in boardroom decisions, alliances, and a rethinking of supply chains. They also show up in market perceptions as analysts and consumers compare product portfolios against an accelerating EV landscape. What matters in the months ahead is how these legacy firms translate their engineering strengths into the new era. They have the industrial depth to compete, but success will depend on decisive investment in cell capacity, software platforms, and global coordination to match the volume-driven cost advantages of large EV players. For the broader industry, this is a reminder that transitions reward not only technological excellence, but also speed, scale, and the ability to reshape long-standing supplier and partner ecosystems. That wraps up today's main stories. If there's a thread connecting them, it's that the pace of technological and market change is testing strategies across the industry, from startups chasing scale to incumbents retooling decades-old advantages. We'll keep tracking how these companies respond and what that means for consumers, suppliers, and the global auto landscape. Thank you for listening. See you tomorrow.